Welcome back to another video, guys. I'm your bro Ryan.
And I'm your bro Taylor.
And as you can see based on the title, we are talking about the major refresh with the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. We are going to talk about who it helps, who it hurts, and just all the general changes that came about. So let's jump right into it.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting to spend it and be broke again.
So let's dive right into what you're the most interested in. Who are the big winners, aka what are the new benefits of this card? Well, they're actually pretty massive considering I haven't really seen this level of a change in a credit card since I've really been in the credit card game myself.
And a credit card that is already top of the line that most people recommend. So it is big.
It's not like this was a D tier card and now they're trying to be like, oh, let's try and scrape up to a C or B. This is already one that everyone's already known and is a pretty well respected name.
Yep.
So the biggest change is the card now offers 3 times points on gas and EV charging. And they also offer 3 times point on vacation homes like Airbnb and Verbos, which is huge. I mean, gas is a major cost for just about everybody unless you're riding a bike or walking. So this is huge. It immediately grabbed a lot of people's attention. I know it grabbed mine. So on top of that, it also doubled their hotel credit from $50 to $100, which right there covers your $95 annual fee. So, I mean, the upsides are looking great right now.
Yeah, and honestly, that hotel credit alone was like you said, covers the annual fee. And it's so easy to use. I used it on accident. Yeah. I came to look at it later. I'm like, oh, what happened to my benefit? I'm like, oh, I guess I used it on the hotel last week. Yeah. Didn't even realize. It was like, boom, instant. So it was really cool, very helpful. And again, like you said, it was an S tier card that pretty much everyone recommends as the intro travel card. Mm-hmm. And then it's going to a big category like gas, 3 times points. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And in my head, this was missing 2 things when I got this card. Gas or groceries, because I couldn't imagine they did both.
Yeah.
Or for a big travel card, not having TSA pre-check. Well, don't worry, folks. That changed. So now there's a new $120 credit for global entry, TSA pre-check, or Nexus every 4 years. And if that's not enough, it also already came with tons of protections. Some of the best, to be honest. Some of the only a few cards have some of these protections, which we'll go over a little bit later, but even more protection upgrades now. So now it has emergency evacuation and transportation coverage included. This is just one of those things that you never want to need it, but now that you know it's there, it's even better, even more of a reason to use this card every single time you travel. Like, I really don't use any other card when I travel.
Yeah, so honestly, all these benefits are absolutely amazing. An actual attention grabber, a game changer in my opinion. Because I know Ryan sent this to me as soon as all this kind of came out, and I actually hadn't had the card up until this point. And as soon as he kind of gave me all that, he sent me his referral link. I'm like, okay, fine, you got me. I'd already been in the market a little bit for a new travel credit card. So once all this came out, I mean, it was just too great a deal to kind of turn down. Plus, some of the smaller things, or really depends on how you look at it. I mean, Ryan keeps talking about all these amazing Apple TV shows he watches, you know. And to be fair, I've seen a couple, like, on other people's accounts and everything, and they always, like, grab my attention initially, and I've had to stop every time. But an awesome additional bonus to this card is that it includes a year of Apple TV for free. So now I'm finally going to get to catch up on all these shows.
And I think you're going to have to quit work. There's too many of them.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Or while I'm working, you know, I try and sneak it. I go into the office, so it might be a little bit challenge, but I'll make it work. But if all that wasn't enough, on top of that, they always have a really good intro bonus. Typically it's 75,000 points, but right now, when I signed up, it was up to 100,000 points, which you typically don't see on a card that's just $95 or anything sub $150. 100,000 points plus is typically reserved for those like top tier premium cards that are like $400 a year or something. So this is a great thing to see. And as you can tell, we now both have this card, so we do truly admire this product.
And like we said, so one upgrade of the credit from the hotel pays for the annual fee. $100,000 bonus, 100,000 point bonus, excuse me. Let's get that correct. 100,000 point bonus pays for the year on year for a long time of that annual fee. And then the gas, you're going to spend on gas or EV charging enough to pay for that fee. It's like it's nothing. Yeah. Like, it really, the fee is crazy how it's staying the same with all these new benefits. But as you would imagine, with good comes bad, but also as you'll see, in my opinion, the good was much bigger than this bad. But starting off, Hyatt did get a downgrade. So the new transfer ratio is 4-3 instead of 1-1, meaning 1,000 points equals 750 Hyatt points. For new card members applying after June 15th, this is effective immediately. However, existing card holders have until October 1st, 2026. So if you're planning a trip and you want to transfer to Hyatt, you still have a little bit of time if you're an existing card holder. And the only other thing that changed or got knocked off the list was they used to offer a 10% anniversary bonus that would automatically go in and give you extra points right around that year mark. But to be honest, it's not that big a deal to me.
Yeah.
Like either of those. I like Hyatt, but that slight reduction isn't enough to deter me. And the anniversary bonus only really helped you if you were a huge spender.
Yeah. Plus, the new 3 times points on gas and EV, for most people, I think more than makes up for it. So, again, if you're someone who's like a walker or constantly riding bikes to work and you never use gas or EV, this probably is something that maybe you take a little bit more stock of. But like Ryan said, we both think that the pros are still outweighing the cons.
You heard all the different new pros and updates, while a lot stayed the same, which we're about to go into. Well, you had 2, not removals essentially, you had 1 that got nixed and 1 just got downgraded slightly. That's not that big a deal to me.
Now going back to some more positive news, there are a lot of those great benefits that stayed the same. So the card still earns 5 times points per dollar spent on the Chase travel portal for things like flights, hotels, rental cars, cruises, all that good stuff. You still get 5 times points on Lyft rides through at least September 30th of 2027. 5 times points on eligible Peloton equipment and accessory purchases over $150. 3 times points on dining and select streaming services. 3 times points on online grocery store purchases, excluding some of the big wholesale clubs and places like Target and Walmart. 2 times points per dollar on all other travel not booked through the Chase Travel portal, and 1 times points on all other purchases. So, if you weren't familiar with this card at any point, you were maybe expecting a couple extra little bonus categories, but I feel like this is huge. And on top of that, they still offer the DoorDash Pass with a $10 monthly credit that I know a lot of people are taking advantage of. Plus, their coverage suite and protections are still great as ever. The one they added, like Ryan already mentioned before, now exists, so very cool. And in case you aren't that familiar with this card, they do offer primary rental car coverage, which is much different than secondary, because for secondary, it's your personal car insurance first, then rolls over to this. Primary is the first one to be hit, so something, again, I feel like we're beating a dead horse here, but at this annual fee, this is just something that you don't see. So again, just so many things that are kind of distinguishing it and making it, again, a high tier card for a very low price.
No, just like you said, like just constantly, it feels like you can easily cover that annual fee with
getting
almost
paid to use it.
Yeah, with almost any of the benefits, not using all the benefits, just any of them, which is just incredible and a top tier card.
We're not getting any sponsorship or anything out of this. This is just something that we both bought into. We are like, wow. I mean, just it doesn't make any sense, honestly. It kind of defies logic. So, do your own research, of course, but we're fans.
Yeah, just like Taylor said, this is not us telling you to go do this or get this card in any way. This is just our experience, what we learned for educational purposes only. Please do your own research, but this video gives you a lot of what's exactly staying the same, what's already on the card, and all the new great benefits. The only people I could imagine that don't like the update are the people that say, bike, so the gas doesn't really affect them, or they were a huge spender, and so they got that annual fee, that annual 10% bump. That helped out, but you can quickly outspend that, so I don't think that's that big a deal. And I guess people that don't travel, you wouldn't use any of the benefits.
Yeah, if you're like a huge Hyatt person, which like I personally am not, I don't think you're big on it either. Hilton, IHG, those are kind of my primaries. So again, this doesn't really play into me. But again, we'd love to hear from you guys. Like, oh, well, this is how much I'm typically earning with my annual bonus or my Hyatt point transfers and what statuses I'm able to get. I'd love to hear it, We gave a lot of personal anecdotal examples ourselves. We'd love to hear from you guys. Plus, if you have any other questions or want us to go over any other credit cards, because there's been a lot of movement in the game lately. Let us know down in the comments. We love hearing from you guys. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like, subscribe, and share so we can see you guys next week.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.